Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Raul.
And it's Mike.
We'd like to welcome you to episode 45 of the AO podcast.
45 of them shits.
Now, real quick, before we get into anything, as always, make sure you subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Follow us on Apple Podcast and Spotify. And follow us on all of our social medias. Links for those will always be down in the description.
Follow.
I'm not going to lie, still fucking regretting that Blue Sky choice that I
Yeah,
made.
you know, regrets come and go. You can't focus on them.
But
you
it
gotta
is
move
what it
on.
is. I'm
You
going to
gotta
keep
move
posting on there, even though nobody's fucking on there.
Listen, someone will join.
But listen, so I want to start off by actually the way that my morning started because holy shit, did I have an interesting morning. So I don't know
Start
if
off the morning.
I don't know if I was just like super tired like last night
Got the wood.
because I usually go to sleep pretty late. Like I'm a night owl.
Mm-hmm.
And I've only met one other person in my life that like had the same type of sleep schedule that I did.
Mm-hmm.
But aside from that, like, I'm actually curious. Like, real quick, if you're somebody that considers yourself a night owl, like, let us know down in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube. Like, what like between what and what times would you say like you're up at night? Because I think for me, I think the latest I'll probably get to sleep at like 6 a.m.
I mean, last night I slept till like 4. But like, so the problem is when you sleep late, you know, it's just like I also have like I go to school, so like I take like 8 a.m. classes, so I'll be like going to sleep like at 2 and waking up like at 6, 7. I'm just like, fuck me. Why do I do this to myself? But like I like staying up late. Sometimes I'm just I'm not tired, you know. It's just I'm just like I can't force myself to sleep.
Real quick, if you do consider yourself a night owl, make sure you leave it down in the description, or not in the description, in the comments. What like from what times what's like the max time that you'll be able to stay up? I think for me, like the max is probably 6 in the morning.
If I have to see the sun all the way up, nah, I don't think I can be able to do that. Like, just like the barely sunset is like probably how far.
But so, anyways, last night I wanted to point that out because last night I fell asleep rather early for me because I think I fell asleep at like either midnight or 1 a.m. And when I woke up, no joke, since I like didn't even realize that I had fallen asleep. Or no, that I didn't realize that like
how long you fell asleep.
How long I fell asleep. When I woke up, I like quickly glanced at my phone, and since it's like that when you're first like groggy feeling of like barely waking up, so I wasn't paying that much attention. So I just looked at the time on my phone, like on my lock screen, and I was starting to trip out, and I got up immediately. And I like the first thing on my mind was like, how the fuck has nobody woken me up? And it's like 7 o'clock at night. And I'm not gonna lie, like I was expecting to like open up my phone and see you blowing up my fucking phone because like we were supposed to record this at 4:30.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh fuck, did I really just sleep through me and Mike recording today?
Yeah.
And so I legit thought that it was 7 o'clock p.m., but it was actually 7 a.m.
It's just 7 a.m. And you just no. Sometimes this happened to me too, where I'm like, wait, is it like the next day? No, it's been like an hour. Sometimes it's especially sleep. Like sleep can really like mess up like perceptions of time if it's like if you don't have like a consistent schedule or just like you fucking nap. Even
speaking of like time, are you for or against the removal of daylight savings time?
I am so for it because each time it happens, I get even I'm still not used to the change we had recently. I look outside, it's like 8 and it's still sunny. To me, that's like I need to know when like the faster nighttime happens for me, like the better.
Okay, so then you're on the side of you like it to become nighttime faster.
Yeah.
All right.
I know a lot of people like don't agree with that, but like for me it like gives me more like the perception of time is clearer to me when things get darker sooner. Like now it's just like, oh, I have 2 hours away from like what's considered for me like late night, and it's 8 o'clock and the sun's still out. I'm like, for me, I'm just like I need more time to get used to the darkness. I sound like Batman. What the fuck?
No, but you know what? So I just wanted to mention that real quick. But then another thing that I want to mention is how like sometimes the choices that you make turn out to be for the better. And the reason why I say that is because recently I was finally able to watch a movie on Peacock that I had been wanting to see in trailers and a little behind the scenes. Wait,
that submarine movie.
A little behind the scenes. This was the movie prior to us watching and then later reviewing Mickey 17. If you haven't seen that episode, make sure you check it out.
It's good. Good movie.
But prior to us watching that movie, I originally had hit you up and I said, hey, I want to go see this movie called Last Breath, which is it's like a movie about these underwater divers that or one of them gets trapped underwater.
And they gotta save the fucker.
And I was very interested in that movie, so originally that was the plan. Me and Mike were gonna go watch that movie instead of Mickey 17, but it wasn't until last minute when I told Mike, I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's just go watch Mickey 17 instead. And after having watched that movie on Peacock the other night,
I should have watched it. We could have done like a little review of it.
It wasn't fucking worth it.
It was not worth it. Oh
Listen,
god!
I am so fucking happy that
it's not Amelia Perez material.
I'm so fucking excited that I chose Mickey 17 instead, because this movie was just it for me. It committed probably one of the biggest sins that a movie could commit, which is it was just so fucking boring.
Oh man!
And
just a time waster.
There's nothing more worse than like just a boring movie, because you feel like your time just got wasted.
At least Amelia Perez, there's conversations about.
At least I got a good listen. At least I got a good nap out of that. That's the one positive thing I can say. That shit gave me some 2 bomb ass naps, dude. But
separate naps too during the runtime.
But then
there's a no nap movie.
Like the thing that I hated, and maybe I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's other underwater movies that have done this before, and maybe I'm just being nitpicky because I fucking hated this movie so much. But the one thing that like a movie has to do is obviously like build the environment, or in which that movie's set in. So since this movie is mainly set underwater, like I don't know how you fuck this up. Like the one thing that bothered me, and again maybe it's just me being nitpicky, but the one thing that bothered me is obviously the movie's about like these sanitation divers that are cleaning up the drainage pipes that run all the way across the ocean at the bottom of the sea. So now, while I understand that they're at the bottom of the ocean and there's not a lot of sea life down there, I mean, at the very least, you could add some motherfucking like plankton motherfuckers like swim by the
There's
fucking
just
screen.
no fish.
There's literally zero fucking sea life in this fucking movie.
The ocean's huge, man. We've only explored 20%.
Like the thing is, like I said, I know that at the bottom of the ocean, but do these people that made this movie not realize that there's still shit at the bottom of the ocean?
It's just blue.
Like,
it's
not
just pure
fucking
blue.
empty. It's not an empty space. Like I was expecting at some point like to see a fucking shark or some shit like swim by or something like.
So it's just a regular ass rescue mission with no other thing besides like the water.
It might as well fucking taking place on the fucking moon the way like, because then they don't even like they barely show the little air bubbles too that come up from the oxygen thing.
So it's not even getting the breathing right.
No, and for some fucking reason Woody Harrelson's in this movie.
I know he saw he's like, we could give you a lot of money. He's like,
fine.
Fuck
that's what I was gonna fucking say. There was a scene in this movie that unintentionally cracked me the fuck up. So it's towards the beginning when they're like getting prepared to dive, and they have to like stay in these little pods to like I guess decompress like before they go down into the bottom of the ocean. And so it's Woody Harrelson's character and these 2 other younger guys, like some fucking goofy ass white dude and then some like buff ass Asian dude, and they're sitting and they're having a meal together, and in it like while they're talking, Woody Harrelson's character is like, yeah, like so this is probably gonna be my last go around, and they're like, why? And he's like, well, looks like the company decided after 20 years, that's probably about it. And he's like, but I feel like I still had like 10 or at least 15 years left in me. And
it's
I'm
just
looking
the random dialogue.
I'm looking at the fucking pairing. I'm like, bro, you're sitting next to a fucking young ass white dude and a young ass fucking buff Asian dude. You really, you're surprised that you're getting fucking fired when you're like fucking 60. Like you're surprised,
like you're old to get over.
Like that scene made zero fucking sense to me.
he's like, I could do the job right. He's like, he's like, they could have picked me for like the Dodgers. I'm like, you're 40. Like, what the like, you're fucking old. Like, get the fuck.
But that
your
was the
dreams
one
are
thing that
over.
really bothered me. And the thing, but also another thing that I hated about this movie is that the actual movie is based on like a true story. Because they actually did show footage of like the actual people that the characters were based on, like towards the end.
But it's like adapted to like a shitty Hollywood.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like the story itself is very fucking fascinating and interesting, but the way that they portrayed it in this movie was just so fucking boring.
Yeah, it was like nothing engaging about it. It's like everything is just stripped down to be like A to B Hollywood type shit. And it kind of did look like that, so it's just like that's why I wasn't really that. I was like,
I'm actually surprised now that you agreed to have like gone to go see it.
Yeah, but like
because I'm not gonna lie, if
we watch any movie, I think we'll be like entertained by it. There's only been a couple movies where we were like, nah, we can't do anything with this.
I guarantee you, right? You even said it earlier when you texted me. You're like, if we would have watched this instead of Mickey 17,
I would have probably kicked your fucking ass.
You would have hated me so much.
I would have, especially
me.
like how good. Thank God we went to Mickey 17 because that's still in a very now it's like a very underrated movie. Like so.
To be fair though, I would have been mad at myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now from moving on from that,
mini movie review by Raul.
And speaking of fucking
Mr. Nano.
And speaking of fucking bad fucking decisions. So in a previous episode we talked about how, maybe Nintendo might be smoking on that consumer pack, judging by these high ass prices that they're now gonna be charging for the Switch 2.
I also talked about how Nintendo might be setting a standard to like for other companies to price up their shit because they can. And
well, listen, and it was a company that doesn't deserve to be doing that by any means.
Yeah.
So
it's the one that's selling the least things.
So recently, it was just announced, Microsoft just announced that it will be increasing the prices on all of their Xbox Series, whatever is their S's, all their controllers, their headsets.
Yeah, it'd be like $40 more, I think, for some of these things.
And here's the thing.
Yes.
While Nintendo might have been smoking on that consumer pack with that price hike, Microsoft is straight up snorting that shit. Because
I know.
Who in the fuck is going to pay that much money
nowadays? Might as well just get the PS5.
Like listen, how in the actual fuck do you justify this price hike when you have literally lost back-to-back console wars against Sony and Nintendo? You've lost to the PS4, you lost to the fucking Switch, and then you more recently you lost to the fucking PS5. So it's like I don't know.
And the PS5 has like 5 games. And like, how do you lose to a console that has fucking like 4.5 games new games for that fucking console?
And the thing that's sad is for those of you who don't like really keep up with gaming news like that. Like Xbox has been on a spiral for like a while now, and it's kind of sad to see
it feels like they couldn't follow up the 360.
Because that's what I was going to say. As both of us who like came from having 360s back in the day, we are like Xbox fans because that's what honestly the 360 gave us some of our like peak gaming moments from back in the day. Yeah. So to see just how
and it was just such a solid console with so much
see like how down bad like Xbox has become is really fucking sad to see because literally if you don't this is how much they don't believe in themselves. The fucking CEO, I don't know if he's still the CEO of Xbox, but the CEO at the time literally went on a fucking interview, and when I think they asked him like what's like Xbox like strategy like going in like to or like what's the Xbox's strategy like going forward, and he literally said like I don't know if this is a like word by word quote, but he said something along the lines of Xbox is not a gaming console. We are trying to be an entertainment system.
Like why? So, like that's the one thing you should not have fucking said. But like that being said, a lot of people have gaming consoles mostly just to fucking use the everything besides the games,
But
which is
here's the
kind of
thing, we,
fucked
like
up.
we know that, but it's like
Yeah.
as a fucking CEO of the company, you don't say it.
Yeah,
You don't fucking say it.
you have to at least present yourself and being like, we have confidence. You know, despite all the flops, you know, still have to portray that you might look like you have the confidence at least, but like to make it just like a full grown fucking like entertainment and just a console and just flat out say it like it's the fucking Fire
Because
Stick.
I don't know if you remember, like a few years ago, fucking Microsoft actually purchased Bungie, which is like a
Yes.
huge ass fucking gaming studio, and they haven't done shit with it.
I thought recently PlayStation got Bungie as well.
No, that's the thing. They got fucking so. There was a time period, like I don't know how long ago it was, where Microsoft is like going through and acquiring all these different companies.
Yeah.
Like I believe another one that they got was Bethesda.
Yeah.
And the thing that's fucking funny
Yeah,
is that
they did buy them. I forgot about that.
and the thing that's so fucking funny about this is that this whole time you're thinking like, oh shit, like Microsoft's making some big fucking plays because these are some major gaming studios that develop some pretty stellar games.
didn't do shit.
Until you find out that their deal wasn't fucking exclusive and they can still sell games on the PS, on
Yeah.
the PlayStation consoles.
Yeah, so it's just like now it's like you have these as like second party like companies to like make specific games, but you kind of just like didn't add that second part, and it's just like what a
And apparently, like
What a
the
time
like some of the
waster.
games that like some of the like flagship games that they even tried to make for the Xbox, like just kind of fell flat. Like the one that I remember specifically because I remember before it came out, they were like hyping it up like a lot. And I think like after it came out, it made a little bit of noise, and then they just kind of basically faded out. And it was that game. Do you remember a game called like it was like Star? It was like Star something. It was like this like out like
I would not have,
Yeah.
I would not be able
that's
to remember.
literally how bad it is. Like
I will
really
not be
even
able to remember,
what fucking
yeah.
game it was, but it was a major fucking like
It was
exclusive.
and
that-
it's like looking at like game media and like how games are presented and sold. It's like it's kind of a too common of a mistake to just keep hyping like a product you know a lot of people are gonna get mad at because there's always fucking delays, and when it fucking comes out,
Speaking of delays.
it just fucking does not like perform the way they told you to. Yeah, we have patches and shit, but can we get like a fucking game that's like actually like finished out the fucking gate and maybe patches here and there?
The thing that,
like
like-
it's nuts. Gaming's nuts right now. Even when a game succeeds, the major company will be like, we'll shut the developers down anyway because yeah, it succeeded, but like why pay them though? And it's just like it's such a cynical time for gaming right now, especially with like how the world
So
politics are
the only thing
included.
that I have left to say about that Xbox shit is I need to get in contact with them because I need to figure out who the fuck their plug is because they're smoking that fire if they really thought that shit was a good idea.
good Kush.
Like nobody in their
listening
fucking
to the
right,
Snoop
like,
Lion album.
bro, their fucking sales have been declining for a few years now. Like
Yeah, they have.
how is this a smart?
It doesn't help that the franchises that once like made the consoles like Halo and Gears of War have been more reduced to like shells of the former selves. Like a lot, like they are fun games still to play, mostly because they're just updated versions of the games we used to like. But like they're not the games we used to like, and you could play the games that came out that and still like and on have like an updated version, obviously like a remaster, and they're still fucking like amazing to play.
It's funny that you bring that up because like I'm currently like right now I started replaying Gears 5 on my PC because I had like I'm not gonna lie I had gone stuck on the level for like a few months and I like got pissed so I just stopped playing it. But like
Nice.
I finally figured it. I finally figured it out, so I decided to. Come
Was it
back.
simple or no?
Yeah.
It's
I
always
just
the
didn't. I didn't know
simple
where the fuck to go in the level.
Yeah.
But so I finally figured it out, so I started playing it again. So that was a game I know for us specifically that like brought back a lot of memories because
Yeah.
Gears of War 3 was our shit.
That was our shit. I'm like we fucking like we're playing like I remember that winter. We got the games as presents, and we immediately started playing like horde mode and stuff, and like that shit was like, oh, so you're getting beaten the shit, getting the kick shit out of you. What the fuck did I just said? The kick shit out of you. The shit kicked out of you.
Yeah, but that
by my
was,
7-year-old brother.
Those were like, that shit was, I'll never forget that. That shit was still like, we were in the Lancer fucking battle, and then your brother just came up behind.
Yeah, just like fucking murked you.
But
like we have good times with those, and like those were like that, like especially Gears 1 to 3, like what a perfect trilogy, honestly.
Yeah.
And then like Judgment Day came out, I was like, what the fuck kind of is this? Like, he's like, fuck, I don't give a fuck about Bird. Like, what the fuck his name is? The fucking spiky blonde.
The spicy blonde would have been wild.
And then like 4 and 5 came out, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this anymore. And it's just like you play the game, it's just like, yeah, there's nothing to give a shit about, It's just like, and those are still similar to like PlayStation, Nintendo with their mascots. They have franchises that a lot of people want to like play,
especially fucking Nintendo.
They love not putting out games. They love not putting out games and the games legit, people want.
You know what? Now that I fucking think about it, is there another fucking gaming franchise that has had as many games in it as the fucking Super Mario franchise? Because I don't think there has been.
There's probably some out there,
but like with the amount of variations that it has.
Probably no. Mario's done everything. There's a whole like gaming franchise about him golfing. Like Toadstool Tour. That shit is fucking the best golfing game I've ever fucking played, easily. But now they're gonna try to sell those fucking regular ass boring golf games for fucking $80 when I could just like find a copy of Toadstool Tour in my house.
But no, speaking of some just a more unfortunate news when it comes to gaming, this morning actually, it was Rockstar officially announced that GTA 6...
Oh, that did get delayed.
Yeah, that GTA 6 will now be delayed until May of next year.
The most least surprising announcement of all time.
That's the one thing. So I posted it on my Instagram story. And that's what I said. Like, I was like, I was not surprised by this news whatsoever.
No, but we know it's going to be good. We know Rockstar is going to give us what they're fucking, promising. It's just we have to keep fucking waiting for it is the problem.
These fucking gaming nerds are like so fucking impatient.
Gamers are the worst.
I clicked on the comments of that Rockstar post when they made the announcement, and one of them was like, "Damn, we can't even get like a screenshot at least."
But like they're so fucking, they're like fucking
like you got a whole ass fucking trailer.
I know, like. They're like fucking like gamers is similar to like Star Wars fans and gooners. It's just like they're the fucking like they will fucking go at anything at all times. They will fucking bitch about everything, and sometimes they're like 3 of the same. It's fucking crazy. But like not surprising that GTA 6 has been delayed. I still can't believe GTA 5 came out like 12 years ago. That's fucking. I got that. That's like one of my. I got that day one. It was my first GTA game because I
still remember playing that game.
Yeah, that shit. When the online happened and then the government shutdown happened, we were like, we know why. That was so fucking stupid. But yeah, no. So it's crazy. It's not surprising that we've waited like half our fucking lives for this fucking game, and it keeps getting delayed. It's not surprising, but we know what Rockstar is gonna.
The
crocodiles are gonna be insane.
What's the only thing that fucking like worries the fuck out of me?
What?
Like especially now that I'm like a PC gamer.
Yeah.
The one thing that fucking worries me is how much
the storage. That's gonna like
that's probably gonna eat up the rest of my fucking.
Yeah,
storage.
that game is gonna be fucking too huge. This fucking.
It's like a 1 fucking terabyte game.
I know it's gonna cost like 300. You have to buy like a fucking $300 hard drive and shit.
If you want to go to the next city, you need an expansion.
I know. You're like, fuck. You're like, your PC's all heating up. The fucking fans are spinning wild and shit.
Dude, you see there's a video of, and I can relate to this shit so much because back in the day because for those of you who don't know, before I had my PC, I was playing on my PS4. And the thing about my PS4 is that I have like a day one.
It's crazy how they're so notorious for fucking heating up like a fire.
I had the original like day one version of the model. Like I don't have like the super or I don't have the pro or like the slim version. Yeah. I had like the day one version of the PS4, and I remember.
Yeah, like back PS4 it, day one
like on its like on the last like maybe like 2 or so years of me using it, I'm not gonna lie, bro, that fucking whenever I would power it on, that shit would sound like a fucking jet engine about to take off, dude.
Like it was so fucking loud, and I've been there when it's like spins like that, and it's just like it's very distracting. You know? So
and
it's just like
so there's a video that I saw on Twitter when it was like the fucking tweet was like, do y'all think I should retire my PS4 yet? And it was him. He had the fucking like the little the cap of the front of the system off. Because he had to put a fucking bag of ice on the thing.
Yeah,
it was over.
It was no. They got those day one PS4s got like aged poorly, and like they were fucking menaces.
No,
those were the days. Day one PS4. That's crazy how old that is now.
Yeah, those machines were definitely not built to last.
Yeah. They definitely overcharged for the fucking.
They're like, it's like we're gonna make sure you get the PS5, you motherfucker.
Oh, he was like, yo, y'all want it? We're gonna give it to you because we fucking.
Like they did that shit on purpose.
Yeah,
like,
they had a 10-year plan.
After 4 years, this shit's not gonna work.
Because they know like 10 years, like they're not gonna make any games for the next console too. He's like, you're gonna play Spider-Man again and God of War again.
I hate you because I replayed both those games on the fucking on the PC.
You know, but I'll still get the PS5 if I have to. But like, yeah, we'll fucking move on to the stupidest topic.
Probably one of the most idiotic things that I've seen on Twitter lately.
In quite some time, and politics exists right now.
But unsurprisingly, this is not the first time that I've seen some shit like this. But if for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, recently,
Twitter's always creative with the stupidity.
On Twitter, a debate
for those aliens in 3021-26. If you don't know the context, while you're flying in your saucers and shit. So it's
so there was a tweet that a while back went viral about a debate. Now this debate specifically is about how could 100 men beat one gorilla?
100 humans versus one gorilla, and the answer, ladies and gentlemen, is fuck no.
Like the fact.
It's fucking no, you stupid cunts.
And I don't like because I've gone through the fucking comments and the way that these people try to judge stuff.
I know they're like just put the first way. Some people have to die.
I think my favorite was like when they were talking about like they're gonna have to sacrifice a few people, but like the other people can like run up from behind.
Yeah, exactly. And then fucking what are they gonna do? Like fucking like do that? Like, you know how fucking hardcore like the fucking like skin of a gorilla is?
I don't know if you've ever seen. Here's the thing: gorillas don't fucking box each other. I don't know if you've ever seen them like maul somebody, but they legit rip your like fucking dick off. Like they don't fucking.
They rip your dick, your balls, your asshole inside out. Like they'll fucking put your taint where your neck is. So it's like not only can they just grab you and do this. They do one fucking little Donkey Kong spin, and 25 motherfuckers are dead.
You know what's my favorite thing that came out of this fucking thing, this debate?
What?
Somebody created like a simulator, that like a video simulator went viral, and it's like 100 people going at a gorilla, and you just fucking see like the wave.
Because they're able to like lift like huge
they can lift like over trees. They can lift over 1,000 pounds.
Trees themselves, they could just rip out the fucking ground. Are we fucking like?
And they also have one of the strongest biting forces.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, what are we even talking about here?
Somebody like I forgot who said this, but I think somebody said it. Like I was listening to other people talk about this debate, and somebody put it perfectly. Like I don't think like us as humans, because we're so fucking arrogant, I don't think we truly realize that the only reason why we're considered the top of the food chain,
because of the weapons
Yes.
we are able to create out of
Exactly.
survival.
if it was just bare knuckles out here, we'd be fucked.
I know. Even then, you gotta be good with these weapons, because you could fucking have like whatever the fuck machine gun, and you still could probably get fucking mutilated by a fucking gorilla. The other debate, which is also, but I find this one more interesting, and you probably know of this one too, where it's just like you have to fight one. But it's like it's either a gorilla, a hippo, a tiger, or a polar bear.
Oh, I saw that one too.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what was the dumbest shit? It made me die laughing. Because it's the dumbest fucking
The
response.
fact we're talking about it on the podcast makes me
it-
so mad.
The thing that I'm not gonna lie, the thing that bums me out about saying shit like this is because
Bum.
it really shows you how uneducated America
No,
is.
especially right now. No one is fucking like. It's crazy how many uneducated people are there.
One of the replies that I saw to that tweet that you just said,
Like
was,
anti-intellectualism is at a height right now, and
But
it's
like,
it's
some fool
really
was like-
worrisome.
some fool fucking replied and was like, "What the fuck is a hippo gonna do to me on land?"
On land, they're not swimming. They're fucking running in the water. That's how fucking strong they are.
I don't think they realize that hippos can walk on land.
Not only that, hippos gorillas, tigers, and polar bears, they eat meat.
Listen, hippos are fucking vicious.
Hippos literally
I don't
are
think people
vegans.
realize, like I think Madagascar fucked the
Yeah,
the
people
princess.
just want to fuck hippos now, and that's why people
What?
are.
God damn it, Mike! Why did you? Oh,
Like,
that
fucking-
clip is gonna be
like,
taken
motherfucker
so
wants to-
out of context. That clip is gonna
Like
be taken
fucking Gloria and Moto have ruined the fear of hippos
Bro,
for
that
everybody.
clip is gonna be taken so out of context.
People really want to fuck hippos because of Madagascar. People don't know that hippos can fucking kill you. Just like that. They could just speed run towards you. Not even lions could fucking, like, a lion, it takes a lot of a lion to fucking battle a hippo, and hippos don't even fucking eat meat. They're vegans. They're fucking dicks. There's a video of
Like,
a hippo.
all you gotta see is them, like, literally, there's videos that I've seen online of, like people, like, feeding them, like, whole ass fucking watermelons.
Whole ass watermelons. And they
And-
just, like that. They just, like, are able to, like, crush, like, the heaviest shit just like that and able to, like, consume it. And, and it's, when you look at the footage of the hippo, like, running in the water, it's funny because it doesn't look like they're doing much, but you see them just gliding through the fucking lakes and shit. And if you're near one of their water ponds, you're basically fucked because they're super territorial. Like, they're super aggressive. Like, I saw a video that I didn't mean to watch, but I did. But, like, I saw a hippo of just, like, save, like, a deer from, like a crowd of fucking alligators and shit. But, like, and the hippo's like, all right, now run. But, like, the deer is just, like, standing there looking around because deer are fucking dumb. So it's just fucking, like, they're looking around and shit. Or whatever the fuck it was. And the hippo's like, fuck you then. Literally grabs it by the mouth, shakes it, throws it back to the fucking crocodiles. Like, they don't give a fuck, and they're super smart, and they have more of a memory than elephants, and elephants are fucking petty.
Oh, elephants are petty
They're
as fuck.
so petty. They'll fucking, like,
What's one of my favorite clips that I've seen of an animal interaction?
What?
I think I want to say it was a fucking elephant, but
Mm-hmm.
it's an elephant and there's a fucking lion, and like the lion tries to go at the fucking elephant, and the fucking elephant literally flips that motherfucker in the air.
No, fucking elephants are fucking resilient too. Like, but
no, that's
in that context, the gorilla is the only, because the tigers are, tigers are bigger and can swim better than fucking lions, and fucking hippos are hippos, and fucking polar bears swim through fucking ice cold fucking seas and are so, like, they look at you, they want to kill you.
Aren't fucking polar bears like carnivores?
Yes, they fucking will fucking gnaw your fucking face off if they're fucking hungies. So, like, in that situation, yes, the gorilla
And
is
I'm
like
assuming that
the
aside
same
from
bet.
fish, they're like they don't get like other type of meat.
They hunt humans. They have an instinct to like actually hunt humans as other prey, similar to like how they fucking bite and skin fucking fish. Thank God, like hopefully if reincarnation exists, I hope I'm not like a fucking fish in a lake. You know, hopefully it's like in the sea, so I have a better chance of survival. But like being a fish in a lake fucking sucks, because like those bears will fucking skin and
Every
gnaw
time I
and
think
rip.
of reincarnation, I
Yeah.
think about that
I know,
stupid ass
it's
scene
fucking-
from a Family Guy where no, oh fuck, that wasn't reincarnation. It was a fucking. I think he put on like a VR headset, fucking Quagmire, and his like head is on a pole, and he's like, all right, because he thinks he has a fucking strip club, but it's a firehouse.
It's like a video. That's actually funny.
But
Why
so-
did distract the conversation with a random Family Guy reference? And
but
fucking-
but the reason why I
Quagmire.
wanted to talk about this is because, like I said, this is like not
it's so dumb.
This is not the first time that a conversation like this has happened, because
Yeah.
in 2017,
I think I remember this too.
there was-
like, I felt like I seen this before.
there was a former NFL player by the name of Adrian Foster. He used to be a running back, and I believe he was on the Houston Texans. But so obviously, you know, like NFL people are obviously way more fit than the average person. But in 2017, he decided to tweet out, "I honestly think I can get a wolf one-on-one."
Honestly. Like full confidence, he's able to get like one of the most dangerous dogs in the fucking.
Wait, but listen, it gets better, because not only did he just make that statement and like let people debate it, like the gorilla one. He made this statement, and then immediately, right after he said it, started to give you reasons as to why he thinks he can actually do it. So look,
It's all hypothetical.
so it's followed by, he's like, listen, I'm 230. Wolves are what? 180 to 200? Tops? He has no thumbs. If I control his neck, he's done.
They have no thumbs. Yeah, you know what they have? Fucking claws that pierce through skin. and teeth
That's my
that
favorite fucking fact that he pointed out. Look, man, they don't have
they
any
don't have
fucking
thumbs. How they gonna get the Glock out?
How
when
they gonna open shit?
Yeah, he's like they can't open fucking sodas and shit. The fuck, who was be scared of a wolf? Oh,
Wait, and then he doubled down on that when I guess he started getting criticized.
No.
So he doubled down, like, none of them have thumbs.
Oh shit, really? I was like, didn't fucking know that. No, it's about him. I'm like, oh shit, no. I thought there was a dogs with fucking thumbs. Thanks, fam.
Wait. It keeps getting better.
Oh my
right?
god, you kept.
I've studied the wolf. He can't read. Wait, I didn't fucking realize he said that. He said a fucking wolf can't read. Oh my god.
He was like, that shit, he don't know shit about Dostoevsky. What the fuck? They can't read? The fuck?
He fucking said he can't read. What the
Yeah, oh wow, like that fucking matters to a fucking wolf. I'm so sad they can't read Blood Meridian. He's like,
Wait, so he can't read. I know his weaknesses. Plus
Kendrick.
plus the thumb thing.
He keeps talking about the thumbs.
He tripled down on the fucking dude. I fucking died. I forgot he said they can't fucking read.
Like, how is that? Like, that's the poignant fucking, oh shit, they can't fucking read. Holy shit, I didn't even consider that.
Listen,
Holy shucks.
if he bites me, his main weapon is immobilized, then becomes vulnerable. This is why thumbs are so important.
Oh, it's the thumb is the motif. That's the core
thumb
of it
is the
all.
key, bro.
The thumb is the key. Can we move the fuck
Wait,
on
it's
from this
not over.
bullshit?
Thumbs, all caps.
Nose.
I
Shut the
still
fuck
have a
up.
whole other arm. My right
Oh,
one, because
wow.
I use the non-dominant one to shield. I'm just smarter than the wolf. I'm just
Like, he knows, like, the fucking IQ of the fucking wolf themselves. Is there more?
yes.
No!
There's one
okay.
more. I think there's one more. Only problem, bro, is that a wolf bites at 1,300 or 1,200 pounds of pressure. Broken arm eliminates use of thumbs.
Oh, that's the reply to that fucking thing. And then he says the
Oh,
fucking...
yeah. Oh, okay. Wait, is there more? Fuck. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, well, that looked like a fucking long thread. I looked at your phone to see how much you got. It looked like there was a whole ass fucking... Man, I fucking hate Twitter. No, a fucking gorilla can fucking murder 100 fucking people
wait.
easily.
This is the last one because I just saw something that's fucking good. He said, "Listen, also I'm assuming, and also I'm assuming he's like still talking. He's talking about the wolf.
Yeah.
In this context, he's like also hasn't been to 4 Pro Bowls, overcome those injuries, and doesn't
He
have
he had to flex his fucking like stats, like that fucking matters to the wolf.
Listen, out of
how many rings does the wolf have? Oh yeah, he can't have rings. He has no fucking thumbs.
Listen, out of, if anything, me going back and reliving this fucking conversation from back then is my one positive thing that I was able to take out of this fucking debate, because that was fucking hilarious. I forgot that he had fucking literally said wolves can't read.
Wolves can't. Like, that's the major factor of the conversation.
But
boom, mic drop. But speaking of drop. A year ago, fucking in this collection of days between May 1st and May 3rd and 4th, I think I kind of forgot.
4th and 5th.
5th, but like then Euphoria came out on the 1st, I think, or the 30th.
No, but
one of those.
That's why it's I think 30th, and then.
So I'm just gonna take these collection of dates of when we're recording and when we drop. Just look in the description of when the fuck we drop. But like,
I'm gonna try to.
But like, is when the collection of days of when Kendrick just like fucking put his giant ass fucking small feet into the fucking rap game's neck, and it has not let go ever since.
So listen.
A day ago, Euphoria dropped.
So hold on, let me set the stage.
Let's set the stage for the aliens, up there, beyond.
So a year ago today, the landscape of hip hop changed forever. And the thing too is that, so like I said, I'm gonna try to upload this episode tomorrow, which will be May 4th, 2025, and on May 4th of last year, there was a record by the title of Meet the Grams that dropped.
Yeah.
And
6:16 that morning.
But here's the thing, I'll never fucking forget. So I was literally in the middle. I remember it was like around nighttime. I was in the middle of listening to Drake's Family Matters,
which also did drop.
And I was somewhere in between the second verse. And I remember just feeling a little underwhelmed because the second verse is where he was mainly going at like
Rick Ross,
A$AP Rocky, The Weeknd. And so I was like, this, like, it's a good song, but it's like he's not really going at Kendrick like that. Yeah. And then I'll never forget, I think you're the one that texted me and told me that Kendrick had just dropped. And
I was out and about too. I was like, oh shit, Drake dropped. And then like I look at my phone, I'm just like, Kendrick uploaded. I'm like, and then like you were talking about the Drake track. I'm like, hey yo, he fucking dropped. And you were like, fuck it. Let's just like move on.
I immediately
you fucking dick rider. You fucking cum loader. You couldn't even finish the song.
You heard the same second verse that I did from that
song. He couldn't even have no, there's no respect to finish that.
Like, here's the thing.
It's a fucking mid fucking song. It's aged poorly too.
Every line in that thing sucks. I immediately clicked on Meet the Grams.
Meet the Grams.
And I'll never fucking forget. So, as soon as I fucking heard that piano and that ominous, grimy-ass beat from The Alchemist, I was like, holy shit. But then when I heard Dear Adonis. Just right there, after that, I remember I legit paused. I had legit paused the track when I heard that. Because I knew at that moment that no matter, because I had no idea what I was about to get into, but just by those two words alone, I knew immediately that whatever the fuck I'm about to listen to is about to change the course of this battle forever. And the reason why I say that is because prior to this, like Mike had mentioned, we had gotten obviously Like That, which kind of kickstarted this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Push Ups by Drake, and then later on we would get Euphoria by Kendrick, and then we got Push Ups and then Taylor Made, and then we got Euphoria by Kendrick Lamar, and then in the morning before Family Matters dropped, we got 616 in LA, and then later on we would get Family Matters, and then literally like 15 minutes later we got Meet the Grams.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, I personally feel like up until when Meet the Grams dropped, this kind of felt like a standard back and forth battle.
Yeah, they're just born rapping.
Yeah, like they've traded shots like here and there. But when I heard Dear Adonis, and I heard that the type of beat that he was going to be on, I knew that this was about to go in a direction that if I had to bet, I would bet my last dollar that not only Drake, but whoever his publicist is, whoever is on his PR team, was in fucking shambles when they heard this for the first time.
Yeah. No, it's just like, because I sent you it, but I was out and about doing theater shit. And then I put on, me and my partner listened to Family Matters in the car. We didn't, I thought it was like, okay, she didn't really like it because she thought it was kind of mid, but it is mid. But then like,
the thing to me, to me, that the only fucking good part about that song is the third verse.
That third verse is like, especially that beat. I think the beats are like good. I think he is flowing well. Like, I don't think he even did like that bad of a job, but like also like there's still a lot of things in there that it's just like, what the fuck you talking about your fucking dick for?
It aged poorly too.
It's a year later, fucking is stinky cheese.
Like a lot of the shit that he said just makes no sense now.
Yeah, no, it's a bunch of dicky cheese in there, So it's just, but then I was like, okay, let's put I actually played Meet the Grams in the car at first while we were driving home. But like, and then like the beat start, and then all we heard is Dear Adonis, and we also like had the pause, and we're like, I was fucking laughing my ass off. I didn't fucking, the fact he was going there, it was like, oh shit, we have to go home and listen to this. We can't listen to this in the fucking car. So we got home, and we thought it was gonna be more of Euphoria type shit, like fast fucking flows, different fucking beats, like just like aggression. It was like, hell yeah, let's go. But then like he fucking starts with the he goes the storytelling route and the psychoanalysis route, and it's like, oh no, he really like truly despises this fucking man.
I don't know about you, Mike, but
despises.
I want to relive one specific verse from that track with you because I'm pretty sure we discussed it because we literally even hopped on a fucking phone call.
I had to call you after I was done.
Like, after Mike finished it, he literally called me to talk about it. That's how fucking crazy this shit was. But I want to get your first, I want you to relive, what your original opinions are, where when you heard what he fucking said in that second verse.
Yeah, because that first verse, it was like very like disrespectful.
Yeah, it was disrespectful.
Because it's just like, oh wow, he's really like just teaching his son how to be a man. And then when he's like the start of the second verse, when he's going after his mom, I was like, and then the song I put two and two together, the Meet the Grams, and it's just like, oh shit. And then when he's on track saying he should fucking die.
Yeah.
He should fucking die. Telling his mom and his
locked up with Harvey Weinstein.
I know. It's fucking. It's just like it is like goes on some like conspiracy theory shit, and it's just like a lot of the criticisms for Meet the Grams is like how like gossipy it is more than a fucking rap track, but also like from Kendrick's point of view, he kind of doesn't give a fuck about like the rap shit for a moment. He gives a fuck about like the morality and the hypocrisy and the evilness of Drake.
Because here's the thing, that second, I don't think people realize that second verse literally changed the perception of Drake for a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah, and not like us, kind of like cemented that second verse too. But at first, it was
that second verse was like our first. Well, not. Here's the thing.
Especially of how much he really hates it.
Because a lot of the shit that Kendrick was talking about was some shit that other people had like either been speculating or have mentioned for like a few years about Drake.
Yeah.
But this was the first time where
a major celebrity like Kendrick Lamar.
It was actually put up on a major stage where you literally, it was because this battle got so big to the point where you had people who never even fucking talked about rap. Like literally they were talking about this shit on the news.
The fucking every station, every like my parents were talking about it. It's just like and then by the time the fucking like Super Bowl came, my grandma was talking about it.
Not only was it by a major artist like Kendrick, but this was the first time that these allegations and speculations about Drake were brought to center stage for everybody to see.
And and Kendrick's one of the most influential rappers of all time, and he's created this huge following in the mainstream where like he could only tell. Well, it seems he could only tell the truth. Whether there's truth in there or not, there's still like speculation, but like people have already formed opinions, honestly. But like still, and like why would Kendrick build himself on like these morals if he's gonna be lying?
That's the thing. The reason why I bet you anything why freaking Drake was shook when he heard the song, because first off, I guarantee Drake did not think that it was gonna get this personal.
No, and I think Drake just purely underestimated fucking Kendrick Lamar for some fucking reason. Like he hasn't collaborated with this motherfucker before. Like
because the thing is, like because I'm pretty sure like obviously Drake was expecting more shots, which you would have to in a battle. But the thing is
the fact he brought these things.
Yeah,
up.
like these because the thing is what he did is he like started to shed light on like some of the questionable things that Drake has done in his career. And so it's like Drake, because here's the thing, you can obviously tell that Drake was not ready to address a lot of that shit.
Nope.
So that's why I feel like this was the turning point of the battle, because this is when it stopped being a rap battle for Drake. This is where like he legit had no other plans.
It became a long life battle with himself, and that is one of the most scathing, disrespectful, fucking incredible last lines. And one of my favorite Kendrick verses is the fourth verse of Meet the Grams, when he's talking about time to take some ayahuasca, fucking strip the ego from the bottle.
There's an echo, like when he starts saying,
"You're live." Yeah, it's just like he's coming in from the walls, like 360 degrees. Like it's just like everybody was so fucking shook about this fucking track and how Kendrick truly like approached this in such like a very kind of disturbing way. Like even as like a diehard Kendrick fan who had like after Euphoria dropped, I was like, especially after 616 drop, I was like, I have complete faith of what Kendrick's gonna do. I did not expect or even feel like some sort of sympathy of be like, and this feels like awful, and this feels like I shouldn't be hearing this.
So like backtracking a little bit. So what were your first thoughts after you listened to the second verse of that song?
No, I was like, yeah, this is going down a path where it's just like Kendrick is like willing to just go there, and like he's not stopping. He still hasn't stopped. And like the third verse is a little weak because we still haven't seen Drake's. I think if there's one critique, I think it's that. Yeah. But who knows? He might have like a bunch of them. We could be Drake's kids. I just fucking.
We're not little champagne pockets.
Fucking out of the emoji mommies from this fucking.
That was still a terrible album cover.
It's so bad, and you like that album too, right? You like it now?
I fucking love it, but that is a terrible fucking. That was a terrible album cover.
Very, very bad, and it's aged poorly. A lot of things Drake said has also aged poorly because of Meet the Grams, and a lot of things that were in Drake's past that have now come up are still coming up because of how Drake presents himself now.
But here's the thing. So we get Meet the Grams, right, which is obviously earth-shattering.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
Kendrick less than 12 hours fucking later,
didn't even let us fucking process what the fuck we had just listened to.
I was at fucking work.
And I had just woken up, and this time I'm the one that texted you about it.
Yeah, I had you and my friend Brandon. He texted me like the length of the song. He's like he dropped again, and then that's when you texted me, and I'm like, I'm at fucking work. I'm like fucking doing my shitty dishwashing job. I'm just like fucking being depressed and shit. And then on break, I listen to this and I'm like, first of all, you know, the whiplash of Meet the Grams and Not Like Us, two completely opposite aesthetics within a song, but like still just the same prowess and power as the former, you know. So and Not Like Us had the, you know, motherfucking Kendrick, man, just bringing people in like from Alchemist to Mustard. Yeah, and Mustard like had like a even though his album kind of flopped, but like he had like he still has a renaissance of just like Kendrick, you know, using his beats and it blowing. It kind of put Mustard back on the map like that, like on a huge scale. Yeah. And not only that, the way he was fucking rapping, flowing, being petty.
This was
like
not only that, but this
just
was when we got
aging like fine wine.
This is when we got the fucking West, like the real West Coast Kendrick that we had, that a lot of people, myself included, have been waiting for a long time. So I think also too, that's why a lot of this I think at least for Kendrick fans specifically,
seeing him angry and like being super petty was something.
Well, I was gonna say like for Kendrick fans specifically, I think a lot of the reason why the song connected with us so much is because we finally got to hear like a West Coast, like a super West Coast,
extremely West Coast
version of Kendrick Lamar.
You know, and it's like it's that a West Coast aggression that he really does channel, that we're still seeing till fucking now. Like the Stadium Tour, he still is breaking records. He still is like dropping shit that's like, you know, well, I don't know about that Playboi Carti song, but like the shit that's fucking quality. He's still like moving in the business. The fucking Super Bowl still got so much acclaim and so much viewership, and it was a really good fucking performance as well. GNX, like that, you know, that brought back like a lot of the beef shit. Like Drake mentioning wives keeps fucking ruining his fucking career, and I don't think he's able to come back from this if he especially that with the lawsuit shit he's doing right now. The lawsuit was
another fucking major milestone that like had something that had never happened in the history of hip hop.
And the way fucking UMG is like fucking like basically like Thanos threatening fucking Drake is the funniest shit I've ever seen.
But you know what? So obviously it has been a full year since this has since all these tracks were originally released. And since then, like Michael said, we've had the Pop Out Tour, we've had the Super Bowl, we've had GNX, and then
the stadium tour that he's doing with SZA right now. That's breaking fucking crazy records.
Drake, a few months ago, he had the Party Next Door collab album drop, which still has a fucking horrible last title. But,
some sexy songs for you. It's some sexy songs for you, Raul. Specifically for you.
The thing that kind of makes me curious is that with how long this shit is going and is still going to this day, it makes me kind of curious as to... So the reason why I don't really count that Party album as like a new Drake album is mainly because I know that album has been in the work for like a few years now. Yeah. So there's chances that a lot of the songs on there are kind of old.
And he kind of just put it out there just to like get something out.
And so my thing is, we still have yet to hear
there's
like
some good stuff on there.
We still have yet to hear like a new solo Drake project since this battle happened. Yeah. So I'm like, I want like.
What's he gonna do? I mean, he's still gonna, you know, he's still Drake. He's still successful.
But here's I'm saying like sound wise, like he's gotta be like singing Drake. He can't go back to like Mob Ties Drake.
Yeah, and that rapping shit, keep waving, making me dance, waving my hand.
Because I don't see like I just don't see like it. Well, I mean, given his fucking ego, like I could see him still doing it, but like it's like I can't.
He still is.
I can't see you like talking tough like that anymore. Like it just doesn't. Wouldn't resonate at all.
Kendrick really fucked up the game last year, and has been continuously.
And you know what? Another thing that we forgot too is we're forgetting another player of the big three.
Mr.
Cole.
JJ.
Nobody fucking calls him that. Nobody fucking calls him that. But J. Cole. J. Cole is another one who, like, obviously we all know what happened. He released 7-minute drill.
You know, apologize immediately.
And then here's the thing.
Started releasing like Port Antonio, Clouds, but he's also been like for his own fan base of releasing like mixtapes that weren't on streaming platforms before he got really big and like making podcasts about like the stories about how he was coming up and making those mixtapes, which I do think is a way better move than what the fuck Drake's doing. But
no,
that
listen,
being
he's been
said,
able to like J. Cole's been handling it great. But
and by the way, I do think him dropping out is the best decision he could fucking ever fucking.
Well, yeah, he could have.
Imagine if he was in the middle of with the Meet the Gram.
No, but
shit.
here's the thing, though. Like that's what I was gonna say. Even with him dropping out, and obviously, like in hindsight, it was a smart choice. Like for a lot of people, that still did change the way that they look at J. Cole.
Because, like, a lot of people will be like, oh, but, like, what about the rap shit? Kendrick was not here for... Like, I truly do not believe Kendrick was not here for the rap shit. I truly believe he had intentions, and he thought, like, J. Cole's not going to want to be in this, but I'm going to do it anyway and see what the fuck happens. You know?
No, but here's the thing. Even, like, because...
Like, I don't...
No, because like... Because here's the thing. If we're being completely
like, if
honest,
he'll fucking go in on J. Cole if he fucking wants to.
No, but I'm just gonna say, if I'm being completely honest, like I still think J. Cole could have been in it if he wanted to, because if you really fucking think about it, dude, like, with Kendrick, while he still might have taken shots, obviously at J. Cole, it would have not been nowhere near the level of the shots that he took at Drake, because he actually has a fucking problem with Drake. He doesn't have a problem with like he might feel some type of way about him like siding with Drake, kind of, but he doesn't have the same type of hate for J. Cole. So I don't see Drake, or I don't see Kendrick making it like a Meet the Grams for like J. Cole. Like I don't see that ever happening. Like it's like there still obviously would have been shots,
some tense, some tension,
but like I don't think he would have like gotten like nearly half the shit Drake would have gotten.
And I especially think like when J. Cole saw Drake was actually going personal, and especially with the West Coast AI shit, I feel like J. Cole was like, I don't actually want to like, be mixed up in this shit, because like it's sick, But
the thing that sucks is like, because the thing that...
But it did ruin his perception and legacy for a bit.
The reason why is because the reason why his apology is slightly tainted is because like, bro, you still put out 7-minute freestyle.
And not only that, you got influenced by the motherfuckers around you, which for somebody like J. Cole, like you can't compromise or don't listen to the fucking homies when they're trying to pressure you into some fucking tension shit, because like you just don't, especially if you don't want to, just like don't. And that's not just for J. Cole, that's for fucking everybody. You don't want to fucking do it, don't fucking do it. Don't let fucking assholes fucking try to like convince you to do some shit you don't want to do and you look like the fucking asshole. All right, and that's what J. Cole should have thought about more.
Though? Like it does, even like for me, it did kind of change the way I see J. Cole, in the sense of I don't ever think, like, because a lot of people, like, from our generation, would consider Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole, like, the big three of our time. But, like, my thing is, like, again, this is not to take away from the fact that he's an amazing rapper and a great artist.
He has some classic projects, too.
But the thing is, I don't really see him ever being able to really be at the level of like a Kendrick or a Drake, because I don't think he has that particular, like, for lack of a better term, I don't think he has that like type of dog in him where like he's willing to like fucking destroy somebody, like, to be the best. Yeah. Because you see that in people like Drake, and you see that in people like Kendrick. And if you really look back and at all the like other like altercations that J. Cole has had with other artists in the past.
Yeah, and then he kind of lost those too.
Like, no, not only that, but more often than not, he's apologized to those artists as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's why
like every time he starts a fight, he apologizes.
Yeah, like I don't see him being that type of person to like be like want to like destroy somebody to like be at the top. So talent wise, yeah, you could argue that. that he stands with Drake and Kendrick.
Yeah, but he still lost to No Name.
But it's like when like I don't ever see him going past the spot that he is at now. Like he'll never be the number one guy, and I'm sorry, that's just like my opinion.
Yeah, no, and and it's just like, oh, J. Cole just wants the peace and wants to be out, and it's just like he shouldn't have like got involved in the first place. But he did make a good decision bowing out, because I would, even in the competition, I wouldn't want to be in the middle of two motherfuckers that actually really hate each other. Like I just don't. Like you're like, yeah, let's go, but I see like these two forces like wanting to like clash. I'm like, like I'm in this for the sport, but I don't want to do what the fuck you guys are doing. But like, yeah, it kind of, that's why Kendrick, when he dropped all his shit, it's just like, it kind of like every time people, I know people, this is like a fucking common thing Twitter always says, but it's true. Every time he drops, he kind of like changes shit. He kind of like moves shit one way or the other, and like in the game, or like at least his influence within the rap game, and like to see how far it's come a year later, and it's still gonna, GNX came out after like the 2025 Grammys, like the final deadline was.
Not only
so
that,
like next year, GNX is gonna be nominated for 2026 rap song.
Speaking of the fucking Grammys, the first fucking artist to win 5 Grammys for a fucking diss track.
Yes, and people, that was fucking crazy too. Motherfuckers hate him, bunch of fake, and it's funny because there's a bunch of those fucking like diaper snipers in that fucking Grammy room and shit. But like, it's Drake's the target, okay, I guess, but like it's just like them cheering for a song that's dissing them too, which I also think is funny. But the song is not like us. It's still a banger that like fucking people put the fuck on.
Bro, that shit had fucking motherfuckers in India crip walking. Like that's how fucking big the song was.
The influence is crazy, and like as diehard Kendrick fans, I got my Mr. Morale tour shirt, and that shit was fucking amazing. But those GNX tours fucking expensive, so we don't think we're gonna go to that. But like it was really fun to see. I'm not
gonna lie, I still low-key kind of wish we would have gone to the pop out.
Yeah, and
that's probably something cool. I'll regret for like the rest of my
that would have
life.
been cool, but that shit sold out quick too. Yeah. That was like not a.
That would have been worth the experience. Though.
Yeah, no, it fucking was crazy. Yeah, but like a year later, well, actually, I want to ask you a question. What's the song you play the most out of all the Kendrick diss songs that like dropped?
Shit.
That's a tough question because sometimes I go back and forth. But right now, I think
you know what?
It's which Euphoria.
Track, you know which track I really didn't really appreciate until after the battle happened?
616.
Yeah,
that shit is one of my favorites.
Like I didn't really like appreciate it like when it first dropped, but it wasn't until like after like kind of the after like. Not
that
like
first verse, man, is the best. It's like one of his best. Also, like is like I got a circadian rhythm of a shooting star, like that. Some of his best shit is in that first verse, but like Euphoria is just a constant bombardment of just bars, and all the bars have aged so beautifully. It's kind of even more embarrassing and more like for Drake, and like it's crazy how much his shit has aged like dog shit, and now he's like suing because he couldn't handle the laws, and the OVO fans
also, let's
crazy.
Just say that, like, another thing that we forgot to mention is how fucking horrible of a track and response on the Hard Part 6 was.
Yeah, before Kendrick was like, I'm still gonna name my track the Hard Part 6.
Like,
so we completely forgot about it.
Literally, there was a fucking bar in that track where Drake was responding to the allegations, and he was like, he said something along the lines of, I'm too big for the shit you suggested. Yeah. I promise you, if I was a something, I would have been arrested. Like, what the fuck?
It's just like, that's not how this shit works.
Like,
and
that's
also,
not a good response.
No, two things. He
we can tell you wrote this yourself.
Like, no ghostwriters here. You tried really hard to try to, like, think of things to come back to. And then you're like, I did not have sex with Millie Bobby Brown. And I'm like, nobody mentioned her.
Nobody
what
said
the fuck? And then he's like, yeah, this Epstein angle. He said Weinstein, not Epstein. Get your files right.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I have to cut that out.
I keep forgetting.
Why do you think I said something?
Oh, I thought you forgot the lyric.
I hate you.
Mother I Sober lyric.
Yeah.
Oh God, that shit. I was like, first of all, that's not true. You're making fun of his mom. Second of all, why would that something you'll make fun of someone? He's like, aha, and it's just like, no. Imagine he's like, you got, you know what? I'm like, He's like, what the fuck is this? Like, what kind of? He definitely wrote this shit. And then at the end, he's like, yeah, that was a good.
That was a good spark. It's good to get the pen working again.
It sounds like he's fucking exhausted. He's fucking...
Bro, I'll never forget when you saw like the first few pictures of him like surface online, like post battle, like him at like an event or whatever.
Yeah, he's all stressed out.
He looked fucking
terrible.
Defeated, dude.
He looked I mean, yeah, like if someone dropped Not Like Us and Meet the Grams about me like that, it's just like, what the, like, what can I do? The fact that he didn't just leave off the earth and take the year off for this to, like, that would have been just the best decision, but no, he kept dropping fucking dumb shit, and then like the lawsuits shit just keeps getting worse and worse, and meanwhile that Kendrick's just been thriving.
We've literally gotten to a point, it's crazy, we've gotten to a point in hip-hop now where somebody got sued for a fucking diss track.
No, that's like great, and it's like, you know, and now he's like doing stream shit with like fucking Aiden Ross, and it's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh yeah,
and
he's doing that.
Like not only that, he's accidentally mixing his fan bases with like the MAGA Hatter fan base too, because he's like a very right wing fucking streamer too. So like now he has like Drake has like MAGA Obi Ho fans, and it's just like weird to see.
What was like my favorite Drake stream moment? When he was with that fucking white ass Canadian fool. I forgot what his name is because I don't watch these fucking streamers.
Yeah, they all have terrible taste and opinions, and they're awful to watch.
But it was this one white streamer fool who was Canadian also, right? And he had Drake on his stream, and they were they were playing this game where like they had to guess like the name of albums, and so there was the Drake Scorpion
XQC,
album.
I think
Drake's Scorpion album came up, and he's like I don't know that one, and like Drake's fucking sitting right next.
I know, it's like, wasn't it God's Plan?
It was like he played some like he legit had no, I don't know how to, like, how the fuck do you not know Drake music at this point?
Yeah.
But anyways, he legit didn't know any of his fucking songs.
No, and it's just, not only that,
so like that's why it's like it felt so fucking fake, because it's like you're literally streaming with a fucking dude that kind of doesn't know who you are.
Yeah, not only that, he would do all this like the Aiden Ross shit, the XQC shit, but not the academic shit, despite how much academics has been dick writing the entire time.
He's been cooking academics for a long time.
I know, and like we see it full force, and you see the stream of getting like he's like getting fucking yelled at by his friend.
You know what's my favorite?
He's like he doesn't do anything for you.
He doesn't even give you backstage tickets. And then, like, my favorite part is, please tell me you've seen the clips of him reacting to the pop out when he, like, fucking has a bottle of Hennessy and whatnot. He, like, fucking, when Not Like Us comes on, he's, like, fucking singing to it.
Yeah, no, it's just like, and not only that, his most streamed album, song of 2024 wasn't the Drake song. The top two were Kendrick songs. I think the top was Euphoria and Not Like Us. So it's just like, even now, academics and his fucking stupid fucking dumb news outlet, which, you know, is just fucking awful, just fucking dumb as dicks. You know, it's just like I don't know how, like, I fucking hate Twitter, because like Musk made such an environment, such like an awful environment, but like also Elon Musk,
like, since it's like so far from what like I don't know if you heard me, but I said like I'm surprised that a lot of, like, it surprises me like how some of these people can have audiences, because while I understand it from a point of like, oh, like, well, there's people that are gonna watch him, I get that, but I mean, like, I think it's just because it baffles me specifically, because it's just something that is just so not for me that I cannot possibly see anybody else liking it.
Yeah, no, it's just like it's a really weird time, and like, but like also it's really fun to watch a lot of these just spiral, especially
Him
like
fucking jamming out to Not Like Us from the Pop Out is one of my favorite fucking clips
it was
ever.
very, it was very, bro. When like Not Like Us dropped like during his stream analyzing Family Matters, that was fucking funny too. And the way he just drops too, just randomly at 11 a.m. and shit. It's just like it was a very special time to be in. That like I think both of us are really happy
Like, and
to
the thing too,
to
but
witness.
the thing too is like, not only that, but I think a lot of people don't think about how much Drake is not built for this battle shit.
No,
Because here's the thing, like there was a lot of fucking well, not I won't say a lot, but there were a few things that Drake could have legitimately like shot back at Kendrick at.
yes, there were like there's legit criticisms to Kendrick even now that you could say and have
Like,
it be
bro,
damning
like,
evidence.
Like the one specific thing that I think of is from Not Like Us when he's like naming all those artists from Atlanta that Kendrick claims that Drake like bit off of. Like there was a way that Drake could have fucking flipped that on him, and he just like never did it.
No, not only that, like Drake had also gotten to Kendrick on a more mental and like spiritual level, like calling out like the hypocrisy of like having Kodak on
Yeah.
Mr. Morale and like collaborating with
Like that would have been
actually
a big one.
actually collaborating with problematic artists, but like claim you're this high moral fucking person that thinks you could judge me, you know. But like Drake is a fucking stupid idiot that didn't take these things into consideration because he's probably like Kodak didn't do nothing wrong though. Like I actually believe that, you know. So he's not gonna go with these angles because he's still like you know he's not like you said, he's not built for that. And like I think that's all we could talk about. But to end it off, I think a year ago, these collection of days,
Yeah,
that was a
hip-hop
special.
changed forever, dude.
That was special.
We literally saw hip hop change
I'm gonna
forever.
fucking keep telling this to my fucking like, well, I'm fucking 80 years old. Dude. It's like I was in a room,
Like,
me and the
do you
homie
realize,
Raul.
like it's crazy that
We'll
because
talk about on the
along
podcast.
like growing like us growing up, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, like being fans of hip hop, the one thing that we always heard from people who are older than us was about like the fucking
Jay-Z and Nas.
Jay-Z, Nas, 50 Cent, Ja Rule, the Tupac and Biggie.
Mhm.
It's crazy that we literally got to experience what is going to be that conversation for our generation.
Yeah, no, that the fact that it even happened, it was like a long time in coming. It was like a 12 years in the making. That pot just boiling, you know. And like I was watching Screwface John the other day, and he was talking about like the 2010s were like basically the Cold War rap because there was a lot of subliminals
Yeah.
just going around, but like people didn't want to do it because like they didn't just want to cause problems. But Kendrick healed himself and was like, I'm
I just
just
got
gonna
reminded
go.
of the shot that he fucking took at him in To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, no, it's like you hear like, oop, my bad, audiences. My fucking mic is like, shit. Let me lower this. My bad, audience.
No, but yeah. So then,
Hello,
yeah, you're good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but like that shit's gonna be legendary. Is there anything else you want to add to it, or you think we should end this shit?
I guess my last thoughts are like this was an event that like literally changed the way we see some of the biggest artists in hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
and it will also forever change like the standard of what we've known to be like rap beefs forever.
Mhm.
Because again, like I said, we had some monumental moments come from this battle, like from Kendrick being the first hip hop artist to win 5 Grammys for a diss track specifically,
Mm-hmm.
to his tour selling out, to like literally hearing Not Like Us everywhere, to fucking
That first week when Not Like Us dropped was crazy because you heard it everywhere. When GNX dropped, you heard I work at a valet job, so like when I go in and turn on the cars, like GNX came out, it's just like TV off and Luther was playing all the time when I fucking turned on the cars. So you know it was, and it's still Luther still gets played so much around, it's kind of insane. But
yeah,
like
we had then we had somebody fucking sue over a diss track.
yeah, no, and it's like we're having a lot of these interesting conversations as well of like the morality of hip hop, and a lot of this discussion is bringing back appreciation towards the craft, which a lot of people.
I will say, you know what I
A lot of
really
people said
appreciate and I
what has been
admire
gone.
Kendrick for doing. um, with the bodies of work that he's put out, I feel like Kendrick has made it so much more cool and acceptable for mainstream artists to be
able to take risks.
Specifically like gangster type of mainstream artist. I feel like he's given them sort of an outlet for them to be able to be more vulnerable with their audience, because I don't know if I told you this, or I don't know if you even heard it, but YG released a single recently, and in literally the first fucking lines, um the first track lines of the track are, when I was young I got R worded. And it's literally a track where he's talking about how like he essentially got taken advantage of by an older woman when he was a kid.
Yeah.
But because the perception in the in the part where in the place where he's from was, oh, you're hooking up with an older chick, oh, that's fucking dope. But you forget that he's a fucking child at this point.
Yeah, and in reality, it's like very haunting, like, 'cause it's affecting him deeply psychologically, And it's like, and Mr. Morale, I think not only that, I think Mr. Morale has also have gained like a influence too that a lot of people don't know, because like a lot of Mr. Morale is also in Tyler's new album Chromacopia, and like that is also like is probably one of his biggest like albums, and that includes the biggest really hits, but it's super vulnerable. That album is super vulnerable.
The one thing that I was gonna say, that it's just that's why it really hit for me, because it's like you're like YG specifically is not like an artist that you would think would be able to get that vulnerable on a track.
Yeah.
So it's like the fact that he did, and he was like able to share that. Like, it's really dope. Like, I like the fact that artists feel comfortable like doing that now.
Yeah, and I hope every artist, whether the mainstream or indie, gets more vulnerable. And like it's crazy to see. Even like, it's a year later, Kendrick is still going to be relevant. Yeah. But like when he's gonna like go back to hibernation, he's probably not gonna come out till like 30 years.
Yeah.
So so I do want to appreciate Kendrick just giving us the quality he has been giving us, like he has been recently.
This is undoubtedly like a moment that we're gonna remember for like the rest of our lives.
Thank you, Drake, for fucking up immensely. Now, let's go to recommendations, shall we? And what am I recommending? I haven't been listening.
Oh shit! I just realized it's 7:30.
Yes, it is. I saw that. I'm like, okay, let's fucking wrap it for the fuck up.
Yeah, this is also, by the way, this is the latest we've ever recorded.
Yeah, it's like we started like at 6:00, I think. Yeah, actually, yes, like 6 o'clock. That's actually crazy. I also didn't think this was gonna be a long one, but yeah, we're always wrong. You know what? This just dropped. Fuck it. The Egypt remix with Westside Gun and Doechii. That shit is fucking awesome. Especially now, I'm getting really fucking annoyed about that fucking anxiety song. Her going back to that fucking like boom bap rap, that hard shit. Yeah, no, it's a fucking awesome time. Egypt remix, Doechii and Westside Gun, and shout out to Doechii. What a fucking year for her as well. It's fucking crazy.
All right, so my song that I'm going to be recommending is actually a song that I came across randomly through an IG reel. Like it was a track that was playing, and so I discovered it, and I went and I listened to the full track, and I really really like it. It is by an artist by the name of Leon Thomas. And the track is from his 2024, and it's actually it's the title track off of his 2024 album Mutt. Obviously, the track also being called Mutt, and it's just like a really really dope, smooth like R&B type of jam. And it's just a really really dope track, super vibey. And I've just been like jamming out to it recently ever since I heard it. So again, my recommendation is gonna be by Leon Thomas, and the track is called Mutt.
Yeah, all right, and that's the episode, y'all.
Yep,
and I hope y'all enjoy it. Subscribe, listen to us on the fucking Apples and the fucking Spotifys.
Yeah, follow all of our social
Make sure
medias.
to fucking follow us on the fucking Instagrams, the fucking Twitters, the fucking Letterboxd. And I've been catching up on my movies. I've actually been only watching mid movies until yesterday. I watched After Sun, which is a fucking amazing indie movie. I highly recommend it. Especially
what the fuck is that Pride and Prejudice movie about?
What do you mean?
that movie that you watched, Pride and
Oh,
Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice. It's like a romance movie. It's about, you know,
'Cause
so
I've heard that movie before.
that's one of my
Like, I
favorite
just don't know
romances.
what the fuck
It's
that
a
movie's about.
I don't think you like, you know, it's I think it's a
Is
really
it like
good
The
romance.
Notebook?
You know, it's like it's you know, it's so much
That's the
better.
only-
It's so much better than Notebook.
That's the only
Go
romantic
fuck.
movie I know.
Go fuck your own nose, please. All right,
What?
make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to not fuck any noses unless they give you consent. Peace.